Good afternoon. My name is Penny Lee Deer, and I'm going to be reading a piece that has been recorded into an anthology with a veterans writing workshop. It is entitled A Personal Reading Survey. My family as a whole did not read. I did have one sister out of 5 of us who actually enjoyed reading, and she was the only one who attended college directly after graduation from high school. I remember thinking she was weird, not only because she actually liked to read, but she would pick books like War and Peace. The only place we might find a magazine, the Penthouse, is in the childhood home was the reading room, our bathroom. We did not take trips to the library. It was 26 miles away. We only went to town for necessities such as food. I do have fond memories of my grandfather stirring up some wild tales that kept us all entertained, but he did not read to us either, more like oral histories with good quality time sharing life's adventures. I remember my mother reading to the 5 of us children. The book was old and ragged, but it had great stories. It was the Uncle Remus, read with a very thick, fake Southern accent with great emphasis. Although the stories were still my favorites today, the underlying message was interesting. The grammar was awful. Little did I know that I would someday visit Uncle Remus's cabin in Eatonton, Georgia, and live among the people who still talk like Brer Fox and Brer Bear. I do not recall any other book that was read to me as a youngster. My favorite book as a child was Caddy Woodlong. As a matter of fact, it was the only book I read as a child. I must have been about 12, maybe even older. Caddy Woodlong was Laura Ingalls Wilder's from the Little House on the Prairie's cousin. I related to this main character because she was a country girl like me who could not stand city slickers. Caddy was my kind of girl. She had get up and go, and she was a tomboy just like me. She didn't take any guff from anybody. The only book that I ever read in full was Dances with the Wolves. It happened by chance that I would pick up such a book. You see, I found myself stuck in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia in 1991. We had just won the 3-day war, Desert Storm. We had nothing to do but eat, sleep, and get a tan. Soldiers would pass around paperbacks. Dances with Wolves came highly recommended. Once I picked it up, I could not put it down. It took me 3 weeks to read 300 pages of action-packed adventure. Although I loved the book, I did not pick up another book for the next 5 years. I do not enjoy reading. In fact, I strongly dislike this task. It does not matter if it's for pleasure, school, or whatever reason, it's always my worst subject. I get stressed out when I try to read. The words leave my line of sight. It's like they fall off the page. It was not until I was 40 years old that I found out why there was a problem with reading, writing, and spelling. After retirement from 20 years in the career of the military intelligence that is, I was tested and it was determined that I had a language art learning disability due to a closed head injury. I did not enjoy reading because I found reading very difficult. Up till then, my diagnosis, I didn't know anything about. I felt stupid because I did not learn like other people. Since then, my black and white world has now full panoramic colors. Think of Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. I now listen to audiobooks and read along with them, one right after another. I'm starved for knowledge. Additionally, I have put together my own PowerPoint presentation that I have presented repeatedly, telling my incredible story and how I got through life not knowing how to read and write at a respectable level, in hopes that it will make a difference for other people who are struggling in the same manner that I am. Thank you for your time.